We could sing songs about the sad times and songs about the good times.
I don't do any of that singing stuff. No.
And everything between.
You just go.
I'm sad, but sometimes I'm happy. Welcome back to
Saturday on Sunday.
Bring you some biscuits.
We're not ghosts.
What a stupid podcast.
Welcome.
Have you ever put a quarter on a bankroll? And welcome.
How do those big ass titties? Welcome back.
You were gonna what?
Nothing.
He wasn't gonna do anything.
You were
Hey
gonna
guys,
you were
welcome
gonna
back
start a
to-
podcast?
Welcome back to the podcast after we had a podcast. I'm Twan.
I'm Steven.
And I'm Jake.
How you guys doing today? Thanks for coming back. Sorry we've been out again. This year has been wildly crazy. And if you are following us on a regular basis, which who knows how many of you guys are out there, we're getting to it. We're doing it.
Yeah, you know that we're coming back. We're not going anywhere.
We're not going anywhere.
We're not like those other podcasts that like give up, you know?
Never. I can't wait till we're in our like 70s and we're trying to do this.
Hey, you guys.
We told you we're not giving up.
Welcome back to the Saturday on Sunday podcast.
One of us is in a retirement home, so we have to do it from there.
Like, so I have an oxygen
you have
machine.
a little cutout like of a tombstone back here. Like, yeah, he didn't make it.
Right.
You hear.
Oh, he's in the iron lung back there.
It's like, man,
back there.
like he really should have quit smoking back in 2022, but you know.
You can't teach me nothing.
2035 was a crazy year.
Right. I ain't no quitter. Be a man. Die of lung cancer.
Right?
Oh, boy.
So, yeah. You know.
That's
It's
it.
the
That's the thing.
So, how you guys been?
Busy.
Busy.
How
I've
have
not
you been? You're not busy.
Not busy.
I don't think in the last month or two, I don't think that I've had any free time
Yeah.
at all. Like, I don't get any, like, leisure, no downtime.
Yeah.
I get off of work, I get home, and I go right back to work.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing for me because my whole business ventures and stuff that I started when we first started this shit is actually starting to work out for me. So, like, super stoked that, like, I'm actually making some kind of progression towards what I wanted to do.
Right.
And I'm hoping that here in the next year or two, I won't have to rely on my regular 9-to-5 for support.
Right.
Like, I want to switch their roles in my life, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Where, like, I could work a 9-to-5 if I wanted to, but, like, I'm covered by my other ventures. So, for those of you guys that do follow, I've been doing shows lately as far as, like, venues. I did the punk rock flea market, the Odd Mall. I will be at a Comic-Con this weekend, depending on when this thing airs.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be at a Comic-Con this weekend on the 4th.
Which one?
I don't even fucking know. Like, I have no idea.
I feel like there's Comic-Cons everywhere.
I have
now.
so many booked.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
I have so many booked up. Like,
I think I'm going to
It's
have one in my
crazy.
backyard next week.
it's,
You don't have a backyard.
I mean, there's a little patch of grass behind my
can you get
apartment.
onto the roof? Like, I did NeoCon a couple weeks ago.
Oh, it's about the
It's
Matrix.
about the one.
It's about the
Nice.
one.
I know.
It's Northeast Ohio.
Oh, right.
Yeah,
I mean, you know.
But yeah, so I did NeoCon. I'll be at the Akron Comic-Con in November.
Yeah.
And then even bigger news, I got all my stuff to do screen printing. Got it all. I got screen printing presses, screens, inks, lights, just like everything. Paint, whatever. I don't know what you call it. They're paint, essentially. Ink, paint, whatever. Who gives a shit?
They're colorful and you put them on clothes.
Right.
I got a space to put that stuff in that is not my house. So I'll be essentially using somebody else's store. It's in their basement.
Oh, okay.
Which is cool because it's a historical building.
Yeah.
And the basement
is
crazy creepy.
Yeah.
And
all kinds of ghosts.
So
Historical ghosts.
the room that I'm going to be using is an old woman's restroom.
Oh, nice.
So like
specifically old woman's
yes.
This is how it's labeled above the door.
No, but like
old women only.
the door still says ladies on it. So I gotta go in. There's a room, and then because back in the day, the women's restroom was also like a lounge area for women and stuff. So there's like you walk into this bigger room, and then off to the side there's like a single stall and like a toilet and a sink and all that stuff. It's pretty beat up right now because it's in a basement, and I don't think anybody has used the basement for anything other than storage for the past like 40 years. So I got to go down there and paint and do all kinds of stuff and beef it up. But I think I'm going to leave ladies on the door,
You got to be inviting to the ladies.
So, yeah, pretty soon. With that being said, my screen printing stuff is going to be up, and then the designs are just going to start flooding up from there. So,
hell yeah.
After that, there'll be a website for all my stuff. I'll be in a physical store with my stuff, so you guys will be able to check it out and see it and go shop.
Physically.
Yeah. And on the interwebs, if you are one of those people who don't want to leave your house or do that.
What about the people that want to shop metaphysically?
Right, that's what I was just thinking. Get out of my head, Jacob.
We'll work it out, Well, we are...
I mean, if Domino, you can order pizza with your mind.
We are willing to accommodate to anything, so...
we're all inclusive.
I'll start talking to Elon Musk and stuff like that. We'll start figuring some stuff out.
Like, he'll talk to you, but not look directly in your eyes.
I'm the same way. I don't like to look directly at people. Once your eyes make contact with me, I have to like look away for a second.
Like, I like to get a little toasty, and like it doesn't matter where I'm looking because I don't know what I'm looking at.
My vision is bad.
I have vision insurance, but I haven't taken advantage of that yet.
That makes sense. I wouldn't either.
Right. It's like I pay for it, but why use it? Just like the dental and health insurance.
Like, I don't want to take advantage.
Like, go to the doctor, get my teeth cleaned.
I don't want to take advantage of those companies. They're probably not making a whole lot.
Right. They're struggling to get by. I know it.
They're probably not making a whole lot of money off of denying people's health care.
Oh, right.
Oh, sorry, that's pre-existing.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
It's like everything's pre-existing. I'm alive, ain't I?
If I
Yeah, I existed before I got this insurance. What of it?
they're like, so you had it technically before you went to the doctors. So,
yeah.
Well, yeah, that's why I went to the doctor.
Right.
No, we can't help.
Son of a bitch.
You're on your own.
You should have thought about this before you got this.
I don't like to delve too deep in my personal health because I'm sure I got a whole list of different cancers right now. Positive.
Who doesn't?
Right. Yeah. It's like,
I'm a Sagittarius, so I wouldn't.
All right. So I'm putting out those strong Gemini vibes. I don't even know, but I do know maybe.
Oh.
I for sure might know.
Like, I don't understand that whole astrology stuff. But I'm totally a Gemini, 100%. I don't care if that shit's changed now. Who decides that?
Me.
Oh.
We have a
Well,
meeting.
why'd you change it?
What's the deal? I've been a Gemini since 1986.
Because when I first wrote it all down, it made sense.
Then you remembered you were dyslexic.
I realized that the calendar was upside down.
Oh, fuck,
Throw
I hate when
everything
that
off.
happens.
That's not how.
I always
how
do
numbers
that
work.
with maps, and I end up like the exact opposite of where I want to be.
But never over Antarctica.
Right.
Because there's a treaty that says, well, nobody can fly over Antarctica.
Yeah, I mean, it's too cold anyway. I'd rather
That's
be-
not why they don't want you to do it. It's because the aliens.
Oh, yeah, the big hole that you can get into the middle of the earth.
Well, it depends on
Sure.
which theory you believe in.
I mean,
All of them.
Well,
Like, I believe that there's lizard people in the middle of the earth. I mean, that's where Elon Musk and fucking Zuckerberg, fucking Bezos, they're all lizard people.
well, the other idea is that the Earth is significantly bigger than we're led on to believe.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
okay.
bigger on the inside.
And
It's the dark.
that you got Globy Globe,
Yeah.
and then Antarctica circles this, like all of our continents, and on the other side of that, like Game of Thrones, the ice wall, like
Oh, okay.
is the rest of the world and the advanced civilizations and the prehistoric creatures that still like roam because the people outside of that wall didn't fuck everything up, and that we inside the circle
Yeah.
are just a fucking farm or like a job for somebody outside that wall.
We're over here just cranking
Makes
hooble.
We're
cranks
essentially,
and-
yeah, for sure. And the funny thing that you said that is, there's the people who believe in this theory are like, they keep throwing it in our face that this is real through forms of media, and we're too stupid to figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was funny. I like that one.
But like shit
What if
like
that was real?
shit like Game of Thrones. We are the wildlings on this side, and the elites and the rich and the more evolved people are on the other side.
Right.
And they're just like, fuck you guys. You guys create our energy or do whatever the fuck we're doing. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
what kind of farm animals we are, but apparently that's what we are to those
I mean,
people.
I don't mind living on the tip,
So
Whatever.
so essentially,
Yeah.
that's what it is to sell your soul to gain. You essentially get to meet those people and get to join the other side
Yeah.
at whatever great cost it is to get to the other side.
Okay.
It'd be cool. Whatever. It's not the devil. It's literally the guy who runs
Yeah.
what we think is the entire Earth.
Right. It's no, it's mice. I mean, haven't you seen fucking
Hitchhiker's
Guide to the Galaxy? Mice rule it all.
At the end of the day, it's like, it doesn't matter.
I mean,
It doesn't matter what anything else is or what the real scenario is. None of us can do a goddamn thing about it.
oh yeah.
Nope.
Like, if there is an advanced civilization that's running us from the other side of a fucking ice mountain,
Right.
we don't have the means to do anything about it.
Oh yeah. This is like Stephen Hawking's talking about the universe before the Big Bang Theory. He's like, we don't have the comprehension or time to even fathom what that was.
Right.
Right.
Like, there's no, I mean, in my mind, and it's been there for a while, like, I've had this thought of, like, since, like, I'm pretty sure I've talked about this on the podcast, it's like, everything at a micro and macro level mirrors each other. So, in my mind, we're just a part of a bigger being.
So we are in the locker, in the locker, in the locker.
Right, like
Men in Black.
right, for sure. Like, we are a single component of a single cell within like
A larger
a larger organism.
Now, do you think that goes on infinitely?
Sure. I mean,
Why not?
Think about how many blood cells are in your body.
7.
Then there's that many universes, and it's crazy. You can
Just
take
think about the
so many,
bacteria.
7 of them. It's ridiculous.
But what I mean, like, it goes on infinitely is, do you believe that, like, so we're that, and then
there's something bigger.
what we're in is, does it
bigger,
go on?
bigger.
It's a whole
infinitely?
Russian doll
For sure.
situation.
To the extreme. To the extreme. It's a Russian doll
You rock a
situation.
mic like a vandal?
So
Yeah,
you
because,
guys
like, when
the
does
Tony
it
Hawk
stop?
Pro Skater soundtrack? It never stops, just like the universe now. Like, when you think about it, it's just like, how can it go on forever? There's got to be an end, but is there? We've never reached it. And we've sent things, millions or thousands of light years away and shit like that. It's like our technology has only reached the outside of the Milky Way galaxy.
Right.
And how many galaxies are beyond the Milky Way galaxy? You know what I'm saying?
I played a video game about that.
Have you got there? What's there?
Nah, I'm not very good at video gaming, so I never.
I
never
also didn't get
reached
there.
the center of the universes.
Everybody knows the center of the universe.
Me.
Cats.
Oh.
I don't even like cats. But,
I have a cat.
They're the only semi-intelligent being that's going to make it out of this whole Earth experiment alive.
Because they'll land on their feet.
Man, we should just all be like cats,
Hell yeah.
Seems like it'd be bad on your knees.
No,
Right.
because they're super lightweight. So for fat cats.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not super lightweight though.
Right.
It sounds bad on my ankles.
It's like
and
I'll land
knees.
on my feet, but my stomach will still whack on the ground.
And then you get to poop in a box.
I love pooping.
That'd
in
be
boxes.
cool.
Right?
As long as you get to cover it up with the sand.
Right.
You get
Oh,
to,
so that's just a homeless person's bathroom.
you get to lick all the hair off your body and then later on regurgitate that hair up.
Oh, yeah.
Sick.
That's the best part about being a cat.
Best part about waking up.
Is licking
Throwing up hairballs.
licking all the hair and throwing it up.
I mean,
I don't know.
you gotta do what you gotta do.
And if it's be a cat,
Just be a cat.
just be
Yeah.
a cat.
So in Minnesota earlier this week, there was a rare sighting of a
cat?
pterodactyl eaglebird.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there
Where
wasn't.
did it come from? Where did it go?
We are
Was its name Cotton Eye Joe?
at work. I don't know where it came from, but at my 9 to 5 that I'm currently trying to get out of, I don't know why I said it, but I ended up saying pterodactyl eaglebird,
Yeah.
and then it just carried on from there. So that's going to be one of my shirt designs. It's going to be a pterodactyl eaglebird, and we're going to do it in the form of like an 80s sideshow gas station that says like home of the first sighting of, and it's like a distorted image of this like hand-drawn pterodactyl eaglebird.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's got an eagle head, pterodactyl style body, flamingo legs.
Oh.
Nice.
Like, how could those flamingo legs hold up that whole body?
They're stronger than they look.
Yeah.
I mean, I saw this super scrawny dude doing one-handed pull-ups, and I'm
In the early days, that used to be America's bird before they went extinct.
Oh, the
1700 years ago.
Oh, the pterodactyl eagle.
Pterodactyl eagle. And that's when he got pneumonia.
Oh, I hate that.
And they all went extinct. But some say that in Minnesota, there's still one that flies over the streets.
Scary. Watch out. Hey, if any of our viewers are in Minnesota,
And you've seen the pterodactyl eaglebird,
leave it in the
leave
comments.
it in the
below.
comments below. we thought about it, and when we were talking about it, we were like, if we could just like keep it going, I guarantee naturally, eventually, somebody will come up and say that they've actually seen one.
Oh yeah,
they've sighted
It's
it.
gonna end up in one of those tabloid magazines.
We
It's
got
just
the
like-
next Bigfoot.
Like, I mean, it's just like what was it, a leprechaun in Chicago or wherever that was?
Oh.
And people were like, I saw him. He was in a
Have you
tree.
seen the leprechaun?
I was like, where's that gold, man? Where's that gold at? A dude that I work with put up on Facebook a picture of, like, he has, like, an alligator head. Just like, you know, whatever taxidermied alligator head. But he, like, set it in, like, some shrubs or stuff around his house. And put a picture up on Facebook. It's like, I woke up and I saw this in my front yard or backyard or whatever. And people were, like, freaking out. Like, oh, man, where do you live? He's like, oh, I live in Barberton. It's like, that's crazy. I didn't even know.
On the loose.
That must have been somebody's pet or something.
Nah, it came out of the sewer.
Alligators in your neighborhood? Find out next on Channel 5.
Right. He's like, oh, he's like, I saw the picture and I'm like, that's some BS.
Could you
Like, that's
die?
a picture that he found, and he's like, yeah, this is here. He's like, no, he told me at work. He's like, oh, no, I do it about every 2 or 3 years to freak people out.
Oh shit, he's back.
Could you die before your next meal? Find out tonight at 11.
Six-Head World. Is McDonald's intentionally putting plastic in your food?
Yes.
I mean,
You don't have to wait till 11. Yes.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Details at 11.
I'll give you more details later.
I
do it. What do you do?
I love McDonald's.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Like, when I want a fancy dinner,
Yeah.
I get those lukewarm French fries, that unmelted double cheese.
Some are soggy and some are rock hard in the same box.
I like
They
it
never
when
know
my
how much salt
food
to put
is
on
well
it. It's
preserved.
either way too much or not enough. Extra pickles.
I mean,
Comes with 3. You say, let me get extra. They put 1 more on there.
Right. Oh, extra? There you
And
go.
that's
Although
extra.
one time I was like, because I'd get pissed because
Yeah.
I found out from somebody who works at McDonald's that when I go there and I ask for extra pickles, they're supposed to put 1 extra pickle on there.
Yeah.
That is extra pickles.
Right.
So one time I go into the drive-thru and I get a double cheeseburger and I'm like, yo, can I get extra pickles? And they said, yeah, absolutely. And I was like, but like, can you tell that dude to like fuck that shit up with pickles? Like, straight up, like,
Can I
just
get
like
extra pickles?
I said,
please?
put like pickles on there, and like when you think like that's a disgusting amount of pickles on there,
Put
put
2
like
more
5 more on there,
Right.
and then call it a day.
I need the pickle layer to be equivalent to the burger, other condiments, and the bottom bun. So, you know.
Well, I had to throw the cook a $10 bill.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I got my double cheeseburger meal, double cheeseburger, medium fries, Coke.
Yeah, and yeah, like 27
So-
pickles.
I get my thing and I open it, and it's a Big Mac box in there. and I was like, he either fucked up what I was supposed to get, or my boy got me right. And I shit you not, I opened the Big Mac box, and like the bun was to the top of the box with probably like a solid 3-inch layer of pickles on it. And I was like, this dude understood
Right.
that these are not his pickles. He owns none of them.
Oh, yeah.
To give them away means nothing to him.
Right. He's like,
And I
I'm going
was
to give
like-
this motherfucker 50
He
pickles.
said a disgusting. He said, "Fuck, okay." Like they, like so many, like, and so obviously I was like, "Oh shit, that's like I can't eat the burger like that." I ate every one of those pickles though. I threw them off to the top box. I left a disgusting layer on my, burger. Ate all those. 'Cause I love pickles, dude.
I
so
mean,
much.
in my opinion, more than the standard amount of pickles is a disgusting amount of pickles.
Dude, if I go to Mr. Zub's, Mr. Zub's gives you the pickle spear.
Yeah.
I'm like, same thing. I'm like, yo, can I have some extra pickles?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
and like, if you need me to pay for them so I can tell you
Right.
how serious I am about how many pickles I want, I will do that. If you want to charge me extra, and they're like, no, we got you, and they always give me a box of pickles. Like,
Yeah. I just hate the places where it's like jalapenos are on the sandwich, and you're like, cool, get some jalapenos, and there's like 3 jalapenos on the whole sandwich.
Yeah, no.
And you're like, what the fuck? And then one of them is like the fucking stem, and you're like, why'd you even fucking put that? You
very
saw
top
it.
cut.
But do you
put
get
it
rid
on
of
there.
it, or do you eat that one?
I mean, I eat
Yeah,
it.
straight up.
Like, I just had to chew on it.
But are you
little bit
telling me
more.
that you don't have a big ass jar of pickles in your refrigerator at all times?
Pickles,
I don't have a big ass jar, but I always have.
Dude,
Like,
I
Jen-
gotta have them.
Jen keeps pickles around. Like, we always have a thing of.
You're not a pickle fan?
No.
Oh, I love dill pickles. I don't like sweet pickles. No bread and butter shit. Get that out
No,
of here.
dude, you guys want to get some shit like bread and butter? Disgusting. I don't even know why the fuck they make those.
Right.
But like, I didn't like sweet pickles.
Yeah.
Until, have you ever had those sassy bites that come at the gas station? A little pack, like a bag of pickles.
No.
No.
Dude, it's like spicy sweet pickles. Fire.
Yeah.
Hands down, dopest dope I've ever smoked.
Like, I don't know, pickles. I don't know. I don't go for pickles,
Fried
especially
pickles,
gas
sliced
station
Well,
pickles,
fried pickles are
whole
the shit.
pickles, a cucumber.
Put those on a burger.
Yeah.
I like them all.
I put them in my apple
I will dip a
fritters.
straight cucumber slice into my dill pickle juice just so I can get another pickle.
Right.
I don't give a
This is
fuck.
what you could have been.
Like, I
You
was
could have
so
been a
excited.
full pickle. You losing your potential.
Like, when Rick turned himself into a pickle, I was like, oh, I wish I could do that.
No, thank you.
My wife doesn't like pickles, which is amazing, and none of my kids like pickles, which is also amazing. Because if we go anywhere and there's pickles on there, I'm like, load
Extra
that shit
pickles
up.
for me.
I didn't even have to beg for them.
Like, my wife used to go to restaurants, and she'd be like, no pickles, please. And I'm like, the fuck would you do that for?
All right.
What?
It's like, sorry, I don't want vinegary pickle juice all over my burger, even if I take them
Well,
off.
then you ask them for on the side.
You still get them.
Right.
You never turn down a good pickle.
I mean, you
What's wrong
don't
with
know
you?
the quality of the pickles that you get, just like anywhere.
They're all good quality.
No, gross.
The ones at McDonald's, I'm sure, aren't even real pickles.
I mean, they're just as plastic as everything else.
I don't know where they come from, but
Yeah.
they have pickle flavor. What I don't like pickle, though, is those sour pickle balls. Disgusting.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I
That's
feel
not
like
a
those
pickle.
are probably the best.
Fucking awful. I wanted to vomit.
I mean, to be honest, it tastes like any other pickle flavored thing.
But I
to
also-
me.
No, it doesn't.
I also don't like that shit. Like, I don't like dill pickle flavored chips and shit
No.
like that.
I don't know. I mean,
I want the real deal.
pickle flavored things, in my opinion, are better than pickles themselves. Like, I don't even like fucking cucumbers, you know?
Cucumbers are amazing.
Where'd they get the flavor for grape?
I don't know.
I've never tasted a grape that tastes like any grape flavored thing.
It's like they, like all of those things that it's like made from real fruit. It's like, yeah, maybe part of it, but you've taken all the fruit, like...
I just want to know where you found the fruit that tastes like whatever
right.
this is.
Like, apparently the banana flavor that we get in candies are what bananas used to taste like. The bananas of our
when
parents.
extinct.
Before the Big Bang,
Right. Before.
on the other side of Antarctica.
It was, you know...
They
That's
still
what
got
those
regular
people
banana?
still got.
I mean, the bananas that we ate, or we eat, are not the bananas our parents ate as a child.
Do you think they like pickles on the other side, or is that why we have so many over here?
Get them out of here. Those peasants will eat those pickles.
No, the advanced civilizations, they just breathe the air and they get all the nutrients.
There is
they
a guy
need.
that
I
said
thought you were
that.
going to say they
We-
breathe in the pickles.
I think we talked about that
Yeah,
on
right.
our way out of here last time. Like,
Yeah.
there's a way to live off of
Energies.
the energy in the
Right. Thick,
the universe.
meaty air.
Mm.
Yeah.
Nutritious.
We
Imagine
haven't
how
figured it
full
out.
you'd get during a fog.
Oh, yeah. I just
Like,
breathe that
this
in.
is too much, guys. I'm getting sick.
Like, whew. I
Imagine
overeat that air.
being able to survive and just absorb sun rays and shit like that.
Right.
And they're like, you don't have to eat things.
Right, like our forefathers.
Like the whole debate.
That's why they made it to their 20s.
Right.
The whole debate on like whether you should eat meat or animal products or be a vegan or vegetarian and eat like plant-based stuff, and like the advanced civilization is like you don't have to eat none of it.
Right.
Like you're eating things that are alive regardless of plant or meat. You don't have to.
Oh yeah, it's just like even the grass screams when you cut it.
Oh, that's what the smell is when fresh cut grass is the tears of all the fallen blades.
And
of
it
grass.
tries to kill me.
Right, and then you see the other grass trying to run away, and it's like you're never gonna get away.
That poor grass family.
I mean,
Just
most
they
things
set up their roots. They were.
Those little seedlings.
Sorry, I had to go dad joke on that. Even though I'm not a dad.
It's
Where were you at?
I lost it.
I never had it. Oh.
So what about you? How's your business venture going?
Don't even talk about it. Don't even get me started. Yeah, I bought more Lego sets, Future investments.
Start a business building
building
other people's Lego sets, and then you won't have to buy them.
Right.
You get the excitement of putting them together.
Right. You pay
And then
me.
the ones you really like, you're like, sorry, it didn't work out. I had
Lost
to get
it.
rid of it.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Wasn't going. The instructions weren't the right instructions.
This didn't even come with minifigs. That's weird.
Right.
You just send everybody back one of those like generic big Lego like towers.
Oh, right. It's like send them like the knockoff sets. It's like, oh, you want to get this Max Brick set?
This is 3D printed, I can tell. How can you tell? Because it's one piece. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
I'm setting my 3D printer up in the screen printing area that I have too.
I got a Lego man.
I thought you were about to take off. You get your keys.
All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head out. Thanks.
Made it
like
to the
and
halfway
subscribe.
point. I mean, we
You
talked
guys-
a half hour before. We talked a half hour
During.
Right.
So I'm out.
Second half hour is just the chairs.
Right. Hey, you
You
guys
hear
like
the
this
dogs
chair?
barking in the background.
Subscribe to our OnlyFans for the other content.
I mean, I was thinking about an OnlyFans, but it was only gonna be from like the knees down, and you just see my body kind of moving. I cut out there for a second.
I don't know why it's cutting out. New interface. I'm figuring it out. I've literally had it like an hour before you guys got here.
Yeah.
Do
I
better.
don't have an interface, so I still haven't made any music.
I only have an outer face.
Speaking of that, you last episode, you told everybody that I was working on music. I haven't had a chance to
Yeah,
do
neither one of us
anything.
has worked. Like I said, no free time. I've been so busy.
I've just been working a lot, but by the time I get home from work, I'm like, I don't want to do shit.
You have to, though.
I know. I try, but then, like, I've sat behind here a couple times with guitar or bass in hand and strum stuff. I'm like, none of this sounds good.
I told
My
myself.
brain was fried.
I tried to do that nonsense. Like, that's what I was doing. I was coming home, and I was like, I'm so tired from work. I can't do this, blah, blah, blah. And so that's why I was going nowhere. I was literally coming home, and I would just scroll fucking TikTok until it was bedtime. Like, get home at like 4 o'clock and just scroll TikTok. And then use the excuse that I had no time to get anything that I wanted to get done. Like, that's what I would do every day.
Yeah.
Until, like, shout out to the guy that I'm partnering with and stuff like that. Like, he booked my first event.
Yeah.
And he called me and he said, you have an event this weekend.
Oh.
And I said, what? And he was like, I booked you a table or a section at the punk rock flea market. You're there. He was like, so set up time 7 a.m. This is that. And like, I told my wife, I was like, what if I was busy? Like, he booked, what if I was busy and I couldn't do it?
Right.
She said, you're not.
Right.
Like I even then got the foot in the door, and I tried to make an excuse. Well, what if I was busy?
Oh,
You're
right.
not. You wouldn't have done anything.
Oh, yeah.
So like I went to that, and that was a huge eye opener
Right.
for like, okay, what I'm doing could work if I work for it.
Right.
And that's when it really snapped in that like I was wasting my own time pretending that I didn't have time.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. If you have time to catch up on your favorite TV shows or anything like that, or time to figure out what's going on with anything other than what you're trying to strive for, you have plenty of time.
Yeah.
Like, if you know, hey, did you catch last week's episode of whatever? You had time to do whatever you needed to do. And that's what I'm, like, working on making sure I understand now.
Yeah.
And that's why I said I have no leisure time now.
Yeah.
I get off of work, go to work.
A lot of my problem is, like, me and Sarah rarely ever get a day off together. I know we work in the same building, but we don't actually get to see each other very much there.
Oh,
Right.
But
sames.
a lot of times I get off of work, I'll sit in here, fuck around, even though I'm exhausted, and go, none of this sounds good, and not save anything. And then she gets home, and it's like, well, I'm going to go spend time with her.
Yeah.
But, like, last night, I should have recorded. I just was plugged straight in the amp. I didn't have anything recording. I should have recorded. A couple things sounded really good, and hopefully I remember them the next time I sit down to record.
I do the same thing. I come up with a catchy riff or a catchy lyric, and then I don't do anything with it, don't record it, and it just drifts off into the cosmos, and I might never find it again. But, like, I love my wife to death, love her, and we barely ever see each other. We work opposite shifts, you know. So, realistically, luckily, she's super fucking supportive of what I'm doing now. Like, she's pushing me to, you know, continue with what I'm doing and not give up on it. But she takes the brunt of it all, you know.
Yeah.
She has to deal with me stressing out about things and not seeing me. And, like, every fucking weekend, like, the other weekend, she had off and I didn't.
Yeah.
Because I went to do another show.
Oh,
so she sat at home without me. Obviously, I have 3 beautiful children that I love to death. And, you know, I spend as much time with them as I can. And I try to get them involved in, like, helping me. Like, when I was getting ready for the last event, like, they would hand me a T-shirt. I would tag it. And that's the kind of, like, you know, interactions that I make now. Yeah. Which seems kind of like, if you aren't part of doing something and you're looking at it from the outside, you would think it was a really shitty thing to do. Right. Like, my interactions with my family, my wife and my kids, is to just involve them in my work and what I'm trying to accomplish.
Yeah, but it's better like, than just not having
it's what I wanted, like, you know, super sorry, but, like, if I'm going to make this work, I have to be working. Right. I can't just, like, you know, give all that. Now, there are certain events and certain times, like this weekend is my son's birthday party. Right. Obviously, I'm going to stop all work processes. It's his day. Like, my youngest kids are going to preschool, and they're all 3 of them, their first day of school is September 1st. Oh, okay. I took the day off of my 9 to 5, and I'm going to be there for them to go to school and to pick them up from school. Now, in the meantime, while they're at school, I'm going to be working, but I don't want people to think I'm some fucking, like, asshole, and I'm just like, fuck my family. Like, I know that no matter how hard this is, at the end of whatever this road is, it gets better for us. Yeah. And if I don't take the shitty stuff and deal with that now, I'm not going to get anywhere with it. Right. So, hopefully, they understand. Like I said, wife's super supportive over the whole thing. I'm just hoping that they fully understand how bad it's going to get before it gets any better. Right. Because, like, I just told my wife today, I was like, hey, you remember I got a fucking event coming up on this Sunday? Yeah. She's like, oh, fuck, I forgot. I was like, yeah, gotta be there.
You gotta get one of those, like, big wall calendars that actually has, like, each date's block is, like, this big. Yeah. So you can write everything out.
Well, I'm gonna get that, and I gotta get, which is something I never thought I was gonna have to get, but I gotta get a fucking schedule.
Oh, right.
Like, so
Like
I
a
can
little
write it
planner,
down
like
and
planner
realize
book.
what I got going on.
Like, God damn, they gave those away in school.
All right.
Right. And, like, now I'm like, fuck, I need one. Like,
And the ones back in school, you're like, I'll just draw in it.
you know how, like, when somebody would ask you if you wanted to hang out, and you're like, oh, let me check my schedule. Like, now I would literally have to do that.
Right.
Hey, you want to do this on Saturday? Well, let me see if I have any open availability to do
Oh, yeah.
that.
Right.
So,
See,
that's
like,
the thing.
your venture is a lot different from mine. Like,
Yeah,
no one is counting on me to record music.
I am.
Yeah.
100%.
Are you going to pay me?
Maybe. Depends.
You're making money.
Depends on how good this music is.
You heard a couple things.
I'm trying to invest in this album.
I mean, if it doesn't sound like Limp Bizkit, I don't want anything to do with it.
Well, I guess you're out.
Come on, you gotta get, I don't even know. I can't even think of a good Limp Bizkit lyric to go with the
Nookie.
situation.
Yeah,
Do it all for the nookie.
I got Nookie immediately too. So
I mean,
Hell yeah. I don't know.
or you can what's Behind Blue Eyes, his
Right.
cover.
that's not even their song.
No, that's why I said his cover.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. That's what I was thinking. Behind Blue Eyes. And then I'm like, my eyes aren't even blue. They're like yellow and green.
I have blue eyes. They're hidden under this like brown cover, but
Right.
I have blue eyes.
You guys didn't know we just all wear contacts. We all have blue eyes.
Right. I'm glad I don't have blue eyes.
I'll say, I'm squinty enough. You probably couldn't tell what color my eyes are. Anyway,
Everybody in my in my household has blue eyes. Well, my wife has green eyes, but like I call them blue because they almost match my fucking kids' eyes. But like, and then there's me with these brown eyes, like, and my wife's like, brown eyes are beautiful. I said, shut the fuck up.
Sarah does the same thing.
They're fucking just shit
She's
brown.
got big blue eyes. I'm like, you can actually see your eyeballs, and it's a nice color blue. You can barely see my beady
Most of
little
them, they look.
fucking
Most of the time,
eyes.
they look black. Like you
Right.
can't even tell. Like,
Yeah.
get out. Don't say yeah. You don't know what it's like. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, nobody can see
Get your
my
fucking
eyes.
beautiful eyes out of here.
Right, like asshole.
No, I get
Yeah.
too stoned and now you don't see my eyes.
I'm not even stoned, and you can barely see my eyes
Right?
all
Like,
the time.
I could be 100% sober, my eyes will still look like this.
Right.
Just maybe a little less cloudy.
That's why I like to every once in a while just like fuck with Sarah and like barely have my eyes open, but I can see everything. I'm like, are my eyes
Yeah.
open or closed? She's like, goes to like smack me, and I grab her hand. She's like, how the fuck did you see that? Like, my eyes are open.
My eyes have been closed my whole life. I'm like Daredevil.
I live in the darkness.
I
Speaking
don't-
of Daredevil, you guys watch the She-Hulk show?
I have
Because
not.
I'm one of those lazy
I
losers
have
that sit
not.
around and watch TV shows.
You have time. No.
Get your shit together.
Oh, yeah.
You do need to get some shit together though.
Yeah.
Some art and stuff. Get that shit back on the market.
Mm-hmm.
You have way too much talent to just like watch She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Right, you could at least watch like
Talented
Sandman
people
or
can't
something.
watch the She-Hulk.
Especially
Yeah.
because you have an iPad and stuff.
Right,
like you
yeah.
can make digital prints like
Right.
quick fast.
Quick.
How many
fast.
fucking doodles you got in there that you think you could sell right now?
I don't even know.
7.
Like,
There's
like
always seven.
several. There's there's at least
I
50.
probably have at least 7 started tracks.
Right.
Well, if the punk rock flea market makes its annual debut or annual, it would be it'd be their first time coming back annually.
yeah,
You should get in there.
yeah,
Yeah, because it was fucking packed.
right. I just
So
need to get
many
into and get all the.
You could have made dozens of dollars,
Oh man,
and that's what it's about.
That's-
It's not about
Gotta get-
happiness. It's not about-
Do you think
I'm
they
just
would
kidding.
pay me to go there and play shitty punk rock?
Yes, because that's what they did.
fucking Toby Danger was playing up there.
They had a stage of punk rock bands,
Yeah,
and they played music
yeah,
for the event,
right.
and probably made money for doing so.
Oh yeah.
I'm not used to getting paid for playing events.
Like,
All the shows I played, there was very few that we took
you could
a
have
decent amount of money home.
You could have sat on the sidewalk with your hat upside down and played an acoustic, and they would have threw some dollar bills, y'all.
You could sing songs about the sad times and songs about the good times.
I don't do any of that singing stuff. No.
And everything between.
You just go.
I'm sad, but sometimes I'm happy.
Well, there you go. You guys made my whole album right there.
Like, I'll just make, guttural noises. Anthony will just sing a splattering of words.
Yeah.
We got this.
And I'll just do a very nondescript, beat, and there we go. We have, later Tom Waits album.
Well, you'll have to get one of the setup for, the one-man band thing.
Oh,
with,
yeah.
the foot drum and the
right.
guitar and the
strings
and
tied to your thumbs,
You got to get one of those. Because we're not playing instruments.
Right.
We're guttural sounds and vocals over here. You're on your own with the instruments.
Well, it's all going to be drums. That's where I'm most comfortable, and I'm not even good at it.
Well, do you know Too Many Zoos?
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get a drum. You just got to get a drum with a bunch of shit on it,
For sure. Some strings.
Right. You got to get a banjo.
You forget, I can probably figure out a way to make that electric kit anything I want it to be.
Well, then you just need that electric kit.
Exactly.
Can you carry that around with you?
Because
Because we're going to be walking up and down the street.
I tell you this, I'd carry that around a hell of a lot easier than my old kit that I had to take to shows.
Oh, yeah.
You got to get... I guess we can probably make a little motorized platform for it. And you could just, we could just drive around with it.
I just gotta, we could rig it up that there's, the bass pedal and the hi-hat pedal, and then there's also the
gas pedal.
The gas and the brake pedal, but I can't confuse them during the show.
Right, I was getting really into this, and then I accidentally hit the gas real hard. And
I killed everybody.
Right.
We don't need a brake pedal.
There's no stopping this rock.
Look for it in your local neighborhood.
But watch out.
Yeah, don't get in front of the drums.
If you hear people screaming, run towards the rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
And I approve this. What time is it?
Tool time.
Hammer time.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to get that specific.
6:10 according to my laptop.
I was just wondering.
And to my phone and to the world.
Because I'm uncertain of when this started, so I'm always now I'm
what
card
time is
ready,
it?
but I don't know. We have no cue markers here that tell us how long we've been on the air.
We need
47 minutes and 52 seconds.
We need a stopwatch.
We need one of those cool things with the...
Like a doomsday timer?
Yeah.
Well, we got all the wall space that we can mount one.
I'm just
You guys can't see it, but
right
it's
there.
There's a bunch of real estate there.
You see that doomsday clock?
Yeah,
We're about... What's the time on the doomsday clock right now?
7.
At least.
Who knows?
I gotta know. Now I gotta know.
I was saying.
Now I gotta know, guys. I gotta fucking find that shit out.
Did you know that I work with a guy that was born in 99 and doesn't remember that he was almost unalive by Y2K?
You know, Gilbert Gottfried
That's the beginning
died.
of one of our punk shows. The man who was almost unalive by Y2K 10 days after his birthday.
Look at it.
Did you find it yet?
Yeah.
Is it 7?
It'd be
Or is it 42? That is the midnight
It's 100
light.
seconds to midnight.
Or 30 seconds to Mars.
We're all gonna die.
All right. About goddamn time.
We've only been wanting this our entire lives.
Do you want to die?
Did you know
Would
that
you
I
rather
worked with
die
somebody
or-
that was born before I was born?
Huh?
What? Huh?
I only heard someone was born before I was born.
You know I work with somebody that was born before I was born?
I work with many of those people.
I don't. Not one. I'm so old.
It's like there's a far more like senior citizens that work where I work than you would assume.
For a
Why?
second there, I thought you were about to say, there's a farmer working where...
There's a... We are...
Agricultural specialist. Bang, ba-dang, ding, bop.
That was still too close.
I'm a scat man. Blah, 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 wah, wah, wah.
What'd you call me?
Skeet, 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 skeet.
Motherfucker.
God damn.
From the window to the wall. So...
That'd be awfully close, like right here.
from it's only a few inches, you know.
Yeah, but it's angry.
They're connected to each other, so it's actually, is there any space?
Excuse me, Mr. Yang Yang twins. Which window specifically?
I have multiple windows in this room.
They're like, wait till you see my dick.
That doesn't help me in the slightest.
Oh, that answers all my questions.
I wanted.
Is it a tape measure?
Does
Like-
that work?
Right.
Like, could you walk up to a girl and she's like not interested, and you're like, "Wait till you see my dick."
They're like,
What does it look like?
I'm
Is it
intrigued.
misshapen? Like, I'm curious now.
I feel like if you just told any woman that, like, "Wait till you see my dick," like,
They're like,
it's
no,
not
no
going
thanks.
well.
Right. It's like, well, I'm gonna be waiting for a long time. 'Cause
He
I
says,
just don't wanna see
"Wait
that."
till you see my dick." Boom, unsolicited dick pic.
Right. I saw a TikTok of this blind woman that was like, I'm blind, but people still feel like the need to send me dick pics. And I have a thing on my phone that, like, describes images. And so she's, like, clicking on it, and it was like, this might be a mushroom. This might be a mushroom growing out of a log. Like, it's like, huh.
Oh, that's what it looks like.
And try not to get accurate.
Right. This looks like a dick.
It's like, hey man, this is a dick.
Hey,
It's not big. It's not impressive.
It's a
dick.
stereotypical dick.
this looks like a micro penis. What?
Is that a tic tac lost in a bush?
Like those guys who are like, look at this big dick, and it's like, well, on my fucking like 3-inch phone screen, and
It looks pretty
girls
small.
like,
It's like, oh, it was big. Zoom out.
It's like I take the picture like right on top of it, so you don't even see it. The size comparison to anything else.
you're like, I was trying to give an what?
So you're sending dick pics that are all shaft? Like, you're like right on
Like,
there.
you just see it, you know.
you send a message and you say, what phone you got?
Like,
If she's like, I got the iPhone Mini, can't send you one. Sorry.
are you in the market for an upgrade? You gotta get one of those
I
big
got
ones.
the Samsung S22. And you're like, perfect. So I need to take it right here. That should be life size.
Oh yeah, that's 100% accurate. Oh, okay.
Okay or not?
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, I think so.
Okay.
I'm not okay.
Yeah, but would you rather be okay or
No.
not okay?
I'm not no fucking kid.
Would you rather have
The dogs shut up? I would.
or we're talking. Shh. Would you rather? Now I think you're doing it on purpose. Would you rather Would you rather have bamboo for hair or corkscrews for nipples?
Have you laid on bamboo sheets though? Those fuckers are soft.
I mean, yeah, I guess
It didn't say bamboo shoots.
Yeah,
right.
What kind of bamboo are we talking
Like,
about?
is it
That shit
treated
that shit could be
bamboo?
luxurious.
Right.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I'm going
Corkscrews are-
bamboo hair.
Yeah, a
paying
corkscrew
for
is
that.
a corkscrew regardless.
Mostly because I want to have hair.
It's only in the spots it's already in naturally.
Like,
Fine. At least it's soft.
right. At least it's bamboo. I can say that shit's organic.
Mm-hmm.
This next one, I'm confused by where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you rather be able to pop corn or smoke salmon?
What?
Yeah,
I can do both of those things.
Like,
Right.
if you're so inclined, easily.
Like,
Yeah.
are they talking about like busting a cap in that corn and then like smoking a sandwich
But
or
you
salmon?
can,
Like,
you can go the same route either way. Like, pop corn or smoke salmon.
right.
Like,
There's like so many interpretations of this question. It's
I like
okay.
salmon.
It doesn't-
I'll
it doesn't make
smoke some
sense.
salmon.
Like, I have smoked salmon, and I have a popcorn machine in my house.
right.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I would rather both. That's an interesting dinner.
I mean, I'd be shooting corn.
All right. We're going to skip that.
I'd be slacking off watching corn all the time.
Would you rather date a 60% scaled Jennifer Aniston or a winged Kate Hudson?
I don't know who's Kate Hudson.
She's like the fucking
With the-
cheeseburger model. Like, she's like
Cheeseburger model. The hamburger.
she was in like a Hardee's commercial
Isn't she?
with her tits out.
I thought that was Kate Upton.
Oh, you're right.
Isn't she the one that plays in like a bunch of movies with like Matthew McConaughey?
Is
and
that the
shit?
chick that was in Almost
Wait,
Famous?
Kate Hudson. Yeah, you're right.
Almost
She's in
Famous?
Almost
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah,
Who it is.
yeah, that's her.
A winged Kate Hudson or a 60,
percent scale Jennifer Aniston.
probably a 60% scale Jennifer Aniston. I like them small.
See, at first when I
Me too.
I
I mean, how tall is Jennifer Aniston right now?
I have no idea. Fact checker.
All right, hold on.
When I was first
I know I have
reading
a
it, though,
laptop, but I grabbed my phone.
when I was first reading it, the first Kate that came to my head was Kate Beckinsale.
Kate Beckinsale.
And I was like, dude, if
Oh,
she was
okay,
winged
yeah.
all day. Like,
Right.
especially if she was dressed like Underworld.
Right. She's already a vampire.
Bow.
Like,
In
can
the
she turn into a
spandex suit.
bat? I mean, that would
Jennifer
be-
Aniston is 5'5".
Okay,
Oh, man,
now
so
what's
she'd be really
what's
short.
60% of that?
I don't know. I'm not a math magician.
60% of 5 feet and 5 inches.
Right.
You should be able to googly that.
Right.
Google tells you everything,
Yeah, you can put any kind of math equation in there.
and it knows.
XP plus Y equals 76. Everybody knows that.
But yeah, I mean, I think a winged Kate Hudson I would go with regardless.
Yeah.
60% of 5'5" is 3 1/4.
Oh, that'd be
Nice.
real small.
Like, not too much smaller than what you already got.
I mean, she's
Not
four.
too-
She's 4'11". That's a good,
I
that's
know.
a decent amount taller.
Right. I think I've seen a couple people 60% size Jennifer Aniston
Oh yeah, I
shopping
see
at
them all the
work.
time.
I'm going with a winged Kate Hudson anyway.
Yeah, probably
Yeah,
because
man.
that's like when they're that small, you're flirting with like she's child size, you know.
And then, like, for real, we're hanging out. We're on a date. I'm like, hey, babe, fly me over the ocean.
Fly me to the moon.
You
But
know?
then, like, if you have an argument, she just gets up and flies away. You're like, whatever, bitch, get out of here.
See, that's what I thought. Kate Hudson Mom is Goldie Hawn. You get a link into Kurt Russell. You get to hang out with Kurt Russell.
Boom. Everything
wins.
Wins everywhere.
Everything.
That's the end of that. We've made our decisions. Have
Right.
you made yours?
Yeah.
Smoked salmon. I don't know.
Fucking pop some corn.
Maybe I'll realize
Figure
what
it
cake
out.
we're talking about. I'm just.
Anyways, thank you for joining us on the Saturday on Sunday podcast. I'm Twan.
What are you, nervous? Who are you?
Hey, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. And if you haven't told everybody you know to subscribe, you're fucking wasting your time. Don't fucking do it already. I'm Steven.
I burped. Congratulations. You finished this. And I'm Jake.
Pew, pew, pew. Peace out. We love you. Have a good time. Yep.
I was a really deep voice. Steve had to figure out which voice he was in.
Right, that was what it was.
You threw me off.
He was like, I gotta go higher. You know, you got Globy Globe,
Yeah.
and then Antarctica circles this, like all of our continents.